Wow, that was loud. Sorry. Hey there, guys. Again, Music Fan here. How you guys doing? I just want to make kind of like a separate video, and for this one, I wanted to kind of add my thoughts or add my own personal anticipation or my hopes of the upcoming third studio album from UK singing sensation Adele. Of course, last week she released the track "Hello" to just tons of like reception and a lot of oh my God, Adele's back, Adele's back, Adele's back. Like a lot of that going around, and just like rightfully so. As for the upcoming album, this is going to be my thoughts, my personal recollections, and my personal hopes of her upcoming highly anticipated third studio album 25. Of course, this will largely be different from the eventual album review when I will embark upon the release of that album. And these are just my thoughts. So you already know my thoughts about the song "Hello." I mean, if you haven't, and I will leave a link check the link on the D box down below. But other than that, like, I mean, it's a kind of, I mean, going off a tangent here. My hopes for 25 really are it's. I'm kind of hoping that there's a little bit more of an upbeat quality, a more adventurous, experimental quality to this album. And now I'm not necessarily saying that Adele has to be very overtly experimental or really just all around ambitious, just completely change everything from the ground up. But I am kind of hoping that it's just a little bit more versatile, a little bit more variety, and a little bit more adventurous than 21 was. I mean, I am going to review 21 again because I originally deleted the other ones, but I'll explain that more when I get to those reviews, re-reviews rather. But 21 was like the very mega smash phenomenon that turned Adele into, well, what else can I say? A phenomenon. Just like, and everything about that album, like, still to this day, at least for me, was just high intensity on emotion, and just like Adele just really spewing her inner feelings, like of like hurt, of betrayal, of rejection, of an eventual acceptance, it is likely. And it's this, and that album still to this day, with what, like, it's very sparse instrumentation, some jazz influence here, some R&B here, some soul here on this particular album, but still they seemed still very uniformed to that particular feel. It was still very somber. It was still a little bit had the feeling of victimization. Of course, that was written around Adele's relationship with her previous boyfriend, which ended very badly, and so that album was very high on intensity. So now for this album, this upcoming album, she, prior to "Hello," prior to that song coming out, she did come out with a statement for the first time in 3 years, and explaining that while 21 was a breakup record, 25 was a makeup record, which is meaning that unlike 21, which was a very intensely victimized feel of an album, like, this one seems to be kind of more of a very, very, very introspective, a more reflective kind of album. And like, I have to say that, like, before all this even started, like, I was thinking about what would I expect of the next Adele album, and I was kind of hoping that she would have songs more along the lines of "I'll Be Waiting." Like, that song especially is very upbeat and very, intense, and very kind of like, hey, look at the sunshine outside. And I guess because I thought 21 was probably the darkest and the most intense that Adele can ever go with that sound. So I am kind of hoping for something more along the lines of that particular song, and maybe One and Only also too. Like, I mean, something a little bit more upbeat and more adventurous and experimental. And now, like, is because I do think that Adele really had, um, what's the word? What's the expression I'm looking for? She really did have, uh, like, sorry, brain fart. My head ran out of words to say. Um, like, I mean, I guess there isn't anything else I can say, actually, to be honest. I mean, like, to this day, I still love 21. I still love how intense that album is, from, songs like Rolling in the Deep and Rumor Has It, like, and I guess in a way I am kind of expecting more of that kind of vibe, also with I'll Be Waiting, I guess, a bit more of an intense vibe. And 21, I felt that, she vented all that she had to vent about that time, and since then she now has a new husband, she has a baby now, she has a child, and I keep thinking that, like, it would be a little bit more different for her to see the brighter side of things, to have music that's a little bit more, I don't want to say optimistic, but music that is more upbeat, I guess, a little bit more forward thinking in that particular sense. Of course, I don't know precisely until she releases it, but that's my hope. However, when I do go into the review of 25, I will listen to it with a very open mind. I will immerse myself in that album in a very clean slate. I'm not going to have any high expectations or anything like that. And I'm going to try taking that album for what it is. And the more times that I will listen to that album, the more my opinions will be formed, and eventually that will come out in a review. So yeah, there's no way telling of this particular date of October 26th of 2015 how this album is going to sound like, but I have my own anticipations. I am hoping that's a little bit less somber than 21, a little bit more like One and Only, a little bit along the lines of those songs, and like an album that is more kind of a recovery. Like 21 was the intense breakup, it was the intense emotions and all that stuff, and 25 is more of a reflection, more of like, okay, what did I do wrong here, what was with this, and now here I am moving forward into the future kind of vibe. Anyway, these are just my recollections, these are my thoughts about what am I hoping for the upcoming third Adele album, 25. And yeah, leave your comments on the comment section below. Tell me what you think, and yeah, those are my thoughts. What are you anticipating of Adele's new album? Yeah, that's it. Thoughts, recollections, Adele, 25. Mr. Music Fan, I will see you guys next time. Take care.